quick and easy way to make fresh cheese at home. It's actually buttermilk cheese, and you will not be using any rennet. Now, if you're like me and you want to try and make cheese, but you don't really want to use rennet in order to make it, then this is a perfect recipe for you, and it's super easy. So the only ingredients that we need are 3 ingredients, and that's milk, buttermilk, and salt. And this is going to give us a fresh cheese that is very similar to the fresh cheese that you would make with rennet at home. But before I get into the recipe, I thought I'd show you where I get the milk from locally. So watch this. So in order to make our buttermilk cheese, we're going to need a pot, a spoon for stirring, some measuring spoons for 2 teaspoons of sea salt. We're going to need a 1.5 cups of buttermilk, 4 cups of whole milk, and let me show you how we put it all together. So we're here at the stove, and we're just basically going to combine our milk, 4 cups of milk, with 1.5 cups of buttermilk and 2 teaspoons of salt. And that's it. We're going to turn this up to medium heat, and we are just going to stir to combine and dissolve that salt. But we are basically, once we've done that, we're just going to leave this here, and we're going to wait until it heats up to about 180 degrees, between 180 and 210 degrees. And depending on how much fat is in your buttermilk will determine when the whey separates from the curds. But you will be able to see, as soon as this warms up to temperature, that the curds will start pulling away from the whey, and you will clearly see the clear whey, and that's when you know that you have to turn off the stove. That's going to take you approximately 10 minutes. Turn off the stove, and then we're just going to let it sit for 3 minutes. So let's do that now. So it's been 10 minutes, and you can see our whey has separated perfectly. Let's just see how, you see this is at it's at 209. Okay, that's the perfect temperature. Now we turn off the heat. So separation has occurred, and you can see how the whey has totally separated from the curds. And now we're just going to let this sit for 3 minutes. So you can see how all the curds have come together, and we can just scoop this out and put it in our sieve that has been lined with a cheesecloth, and we're just going to let it drain into a bowl, and we're going to capture the whey separately. So I'll show you the next step. We can just gently press it to squeeze the water out, but we're going to let this sit for about an hour or 2 and let it drain, and look at how much whey we've already captured. Now don't throw away the whey. This is, it will keep in the fridge for months in a jar, and it's perfect for soups or to boil couscous or anywhere else that you would use stock or water in your cooking. So now we've waited a couple of hours and drained our cheese. So we end up with this little packet in our cheesecloth, and then what I like to do is put it right into a little bowl, and I'm going to press it in place to form it because I want to use the cheese right away. Like I said, you're going to end up with a good 3.5 cups of whey. The whey is very nutritious for you. It is also very low in fat. So this is a perfect alternative to a vegetable stock that you would use to cook anything else. Now, what I like to do is, because I want to eat this right away, in its cheesecloth, all I do is I push it into my bowl, and what I'm trying to do is just to form that shape of the cheese. Now you can definitely put this in the fridge if you want to let it set a bit, but I want to eat it right away and I want to show you what it looks like. So after it's kind of taken the form of the bowl, then you can see how beautiful the cheese looks. And now I'm just going to flip it out onto my plate. Now this is fresh cheese, so it will keep in the fridge for about 3 or 4 days. I don't think it would keep much longer than that, so it's something that you want to make fresh and eat it right away. Use it in lasagna as a ricotta. There's so many different ways to have this cheese. So look at this beautiful firm cheese. That is perfect as an appetizer. It will definitely serve 8 people as an appetizer if you're just having it on crackers. But if you want to turn it into individual appetizers, you could certainly cut it in 4 and make it for 4 people. The way that I love eating this cheese is with some Portuguese sweet red pepper sauce. And it is basically red pepper sauce that has been fermented and ground up. It's quite salty, so you don't want a lot of it, but it's going to go very well with the cheese. And you just add some to the top. And then I love to drizzle it with some olive oil. And so now that we've got the cheese, it makes for a beautiful presentation as an appetizer or a first course at a dinner party, on crackers, on toast, on anything. So let's try this and see what it tastes like. So now that we have dressed our cheese, let's see what it tastes like. And it is, it has the firmness, well, let me show you. Has the firmness of, I guess maybe a ricotta cheese. It's quite firm. So let's see what it tastes like. It's delicious. Nothing like fresh cheese. It's very mild in flavor, like a ricotta, as you would expect. But it's still creamy. It tastes excellent. The nice thing is, it's a great recipe to make last minute. It's fresh. It's good for you, and it does keep in the fridge for, like I said, a number of days, 3 days. Check on it. If it starts to taste a little off, just throw it away. But I think you'll eat it before it ever has a chance to go bad. So if you try this recipe and you like it, I hope you share it. Enjoy! Oh, but I got the